And no failure is more calamitous than the failure to prevent conflict. Indeed, development gains are often among the first casualties of war. We see this pattern play out across the world. The closer a country is to conflict, the farther it is from sustainable and inclusive development. Mr. President, Excellencies, 9 of the 10 countries with the lowest human development indicators have experienced conflicts or violence in the past 10 years. Inequalities and lack of opportunities, decent jobs and freedom can breed frustration and raise the spectre of violence and instability. Weak institutions and corruption increase the risk of conflict. But just as the lack of development feeds grievances that can increase the risk of conflict, the reverse is also true. Human development lights the way to hope, promoting prevention, security, and peace. This is why advancing peace and advancing sustainable, inclusive development go hand in hand. Building peace means ensuring food security, access to education and skill development, health care, social protection, and dignity for all. Building peace means strengthening resilience to climate shocks and investing in adaptation. Building peace means closing the digital divide and harnessing the benefits of digital inclusion while protecting against the perils of new technologies. Building peace means balancing the scales of power and participation equally for women and creating opportunities for young people. And building peace means scaling up affordable, long-term financing for developing countries everywhere so they can invest in public goods and services for their people.
Sustainable peace requires a comprehensive approach, taking into account the causes of violence, but also the social and economic situation. Poverty alone does not explain violence, and not all individuals or groups suffering from poverty resort to aggression. The fact is that the technological gap between developed and developing countries, especially the digital divide, is establishing new inequalities in development that we have to face.
One reason is that major wars must be fed from the outside, both with external finances and armaments. The UN Security Council could agree to choke off these awful wars by withholding external finance and armaments. This would require an agreement among the major powers. The other reason why these wars can end quickly is that they result from economic and political factors that can be addressed through diplomacy rather than through war. By addressing the underlying political and economic factors, the Security Council can establish conditions for peace and sustainable development.
Is of the firm belief that sustainable development and human rights
巴利亚代表的发言。